Zoe Ball was left emotional after receiving heartfelt advice on grief from Jane McDonald, as both women shared their experiences with loss. The BBC Radio 2 host, 53, faced a profound tragedy when her mother passed away in April this year, prompting her to take a break from her radio show. She returned at the end of last month, seeking solace in her work while navigating her grief. During a recent episode of her program, Zoe welcomed singer and TV presenter Jane McDonald, 61, who discussed her new book. Jane has been open about her own devastating losses, particularly the death of her partner Eddie Roth, who died at just 67 after being diagnosed with lung cancer in 2021. This loss came shortly after Jane lost her mother, Jean, in 2018, leaving her in a deep state of sorrow. In her book, she chronicles the painful journey of losing Eddie and the impact it had on her life. Zoe was visibly moved by Jane's words during their conversation. "I was just telling you how much it meant to me reading this book," she shared, her voice thick with emotion. "It made me laugh, it made me cry. It gave me an excuse to have a little cry, which we all need to do." Jane's candidness resonated with Zoe, highlighting the importance of allowing oneself to grieve. Reflecting on her own experience, Jane revealed that she had envisioned a golden retirement with Eddie, only for that dream to be shattered by his cancer diagnosis. She cared for him at home during the coronavirus lockdown, which added to the emotional weight of the situation. Previously speaking on Lorraine, Jane expressed the complexity of grief, saying, "You have to find your way of dealing with it. It's not easy, and it never leaves you either. Everybody thinks, oh, she's back on track. No, it never leaves you. I have to make a decision every morning about what my day is going to be like." Jane continued, gesturing to emphasize her point. "You can go that way or you can go this way, and I choose to go the positive way. It's not always easy, and if you have a bad day, that's fine. Have a bad day." Over time, she has come to recognize that she now experiences more good days than bad. "Now I look at my life and think I've got a lot more good days than bad days, so I've come on leaps and bounds. The music, touring again, getting back with my band, and writing new stuff has given me such joy and a purpose." Zoe also opened up about her own grief on social media, announcing the death of her mother, Julia, with a poignant message on Instagram. She wrote, "Sleep tight, dear mama. Thank you for teaching us how to love unconditionally, to always show courage and empathy, and how even in the darkest of days, laughter is the greatest of gifts. We are bereft without you, but will hold so tight to each other." Her tribute captured the deep sense of loss, while also celebrating the lessons her mother imparted. In the wake of her mother's passing, Zoe took the time to reflect on the loss of her late partner, Billy Yates, who tragically took his own life in 2017 at the age of 40. This compounded her grief, adding layers of complexity to her emotional journey. During her absence from Radio 2, Zoe's son, Woody, stepped in to support his mother, acknowledging the challenges they faced together. The 23-year-old shared, "My mom and I like to keep our private lives to ourselves, but I will say I have stepped up and spent a lot more time with her recently, as she has always been there when I've had tough times. I'm glad to see her smiling." Both Zoe and Jane's experiences highlight the universal nature of grief and the importance of connection during difficult times. Their discussions reflect a shared understanding of how loss can shape one's perspective on life, encouraging others to embrace their emotions and find ways to cope. Through their conversations, they inspire listeners to navigate their own grief, reminding them that it's okay to feel sad, while also seeking moments of joy and purpose amidst the heartache. Zoe's journey of healing, bolstered by Jane's advice and her son's support, emphasizes the resilience of the human spirit in the face of loss. Both women serve as beacons of hope, demonstrating that while grief may be a long and winding road, it can also lead to personal growth, understanding, and ultimately, a deeper appreciation for life and love.